Hi guys, it's Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and today I've got new moon readings in Scorpio for my air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I'm lumping them all together. It's kind of a new thing. I'm at the point right now, just FYI, my brain is like super spacey. Like I'm in Gemini moon mode right now, okay? I've been doing that thing all day where I've been talking at like a way louder volume than I'm aware of. And that's a habit that I have, and I think it's particular to Gemini moons and maybe a couple other people, okay? But anyways, yeah, just super goofy mood. Thank you for being here. I'm very, very grateful for all of your love and support. Like, shares, follows, subscribes, booking personal readings, stuff like that. You guys are the absolute best. So, also, Fred is freaking out. So that's a thing that's going to be happening in the background. It's just, he gets in moods. He's weird now right now. Today is actually the second day of Scorpio season. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off by talking about that because the new moon comes on Monday technically. I didn't go to work this past Monday, and so like all of my dates have been off, just like my entire brain has been off all week long. Mercury retrograde is not a thing that just like suddenly comes and goes. Like we work up to it and then we have to ease out of it, right? So we're definitely in that shadow period right now where air signs, and especially anybody who's Mercury dominant right now, darling, is probably already starting to feel the effects of that, okay? So it can feel kind of ungrounding. Not that air signs are the most grounded people to begin with. You cannot have that. Ah! Okay, sorry. I mean, it's sparkly and it's pretty, but he wants to mess it up. So, okay. So yeah, air signs are not necessarily the most grounded of people, but I think right now it's a really good idea to understand like a couple of things. One is I feel like the link between the subconscious and conscious mind is to be really important for air signs right now, just because we may not be aware of the way in which kind of like our subconscious thoughts are manifesting in our behaviors and our conversations and just kind of like the way that we're communicating with people. All right. So that's something to be aware of. What was the second thing? Oh, well. It'll come back, okay? I promise it'll come back. We'll jump right back and forth and all over the place and get to it, okay? So that's definitely going to be important, but I think also I talk a lot in the other videos about just kind of being aware of how our emotions can affect our communications and the way that we're thinking about things for the entire duration of Mercury retrograde, because the entire thing is happening in Scorpio, and probably for most of Scorpio season, okay? So the sun moved into Scorpio yesterday. I believe Venus is there right now. It's going to be moving out on the on either the 31st or the 1st, okay? So the sun is there, Mercury's there, and the moon is going to meet up with the sun in Scorpio on the new moon, which is the 28th, okay? Also, what's going to be happening, you guys, I know, it's kind of heavy. Uranus, which is actually the planetary ruler of Aquarius, is going to be in opposition, so it's going to be 180 degrees away from, it's going to be challenging the sun and the moon. Okay, so we kind of have to look out for maybe any kind of like sudden revelations. Uranus is Aquarius energy, so it's very much unbound. It restricts or it defies restrictions, okay? It defies being labeled or categorized. It defies being contained. Okay, so tower moments are super possible. Tower moments have like really come up. They came up a lot for earth signs. Okay, so if you have any earth in your chart, definitely know that that Uranus opposition is going to be pretty impactful, especially since in my mind, Uranus is like an evolution of Mercury. Okay, so it has a lot to do with thought patterns on the ethereal realm, if that makes any sense. Okay, so Pisces is usually the sign that is associated with like psychic intuition and things like that, but forms of communication like telepathy, like anybody who you feel like you have a mind link with, that's usually because there's something going on with Uranus in your synastry. Okay, so when you compare your two charts together, that's a thing that can happen. Okay, so Uranus energy could be really pretty intense on the new moon. Just be aware of that, okay? It could actually end up like maybe exposing something. I feel like it's kind of a match that could light a powder keg as far as drawing our attention to what is it that this Mercury retrograde is asking us to revisit, okay? Because retrogrades are an ability or an opportunity really to kind of revisit something and look at it in a different way, okay? Maybe revisiting conversations, things like that. I talk about it in my Mercury retrograde video, so I feel like I'm probably repeating a lot of stuff like that. But I think that one of the things we really, really, really need to be aware of is that when we begin to feel a scatteredness in the mind, sometimes we're just really disconnected from other people, okay? Like we're literally sometimes just thinking so many things, and this is when I say we, I mean like my Gemini moon, but like that air element in me is sometimes just like doing so much that you have to be really clear about communicating with the people around you, where you're at, where you're coming from, where it is you're trying to go, okay? Sometimes my brain and my communication just like, especially if I'm feeling anxious, which by the way, I'm wearing some patchouli right now, and it's this like really earthy. I didn't always like the smell of patchouli, but it's really good for anxiety, okay? So I feel like air signs are more likely to be anxious or even have some sort of like bipolar rather than being like the super grounded, like depression elements. When we get overwhelmed, we're more likely to get anxious as air signs, okay? I've got a lot more earth in me, so fortunately I get a good balance. Actually, I'm going to say it's definitely, I'm managing myself so well right now. I love it. Life is good. I am healthy. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy you guys are here, okay? So anyways, moving on. Anxiety is a real thing. Patchouli is good for it, okay? During Mercury retrograde, especially if you're Mercury dominant, your thoughts could just be going a mile a minute. And just make sure that you're communicating clearly with the people around you, especially any teammates or team members, anybody that you're trying to work towards a common goal on. Just be really clear with communications. Let people know where you're at. Like, be an over communicator. It's a really good idea during any Mercury retrograde. So, boo. I have a note here, and this is for all air signs. And really, this is something that probably would have gone really well in the Mercury retrograde video, but sometimes I do a video and then I meditate on a thing for a while, and I'm like, oh, I should have said that. For some reason, the note that I wrote down here, which was just really kind of intuitively channeled, is that intellect, which is what air represents. Air is the element which represents the mind, okay? So there's fire, and there's air, and there's earth, and there's water, and we are material terrestrial beings, you know, very much. We have a body, and that's our earth, right? We have a heart and a soul, okay? And that's our water. And we have this spirit, and that's our fire, and our energy is our fire, okay? But our intellect is ultimately what sets us apart from the animals, okay? It's what's unique to us as human beings. And so especially if you're air dominant, someday I'm going to post something about how to figure out like what's your dominant element. If you go to astro.com and you get a natal chart done, they'll give you a little chart and it's the greatest. Okay. So check that out. If you are air dominant, if you have more planets in air signs, say, you spend a lot of time in your mind. You're very, very, very rational. And sometimes you're not aware of how much your rational thought can be influenced by those other elements, okay? By your energy level, by the health of your physical body, and by what's going on subconsciously and in your emotions. Okay, so that is where that message ended up leading me. Thank you very much for guiding me somewhere. I didn't know where that was going. My other thing I wanted to share with you that's coming from my rational brain and not like, you know, intuition, is that I had this interesting theory about the 3 air signs and the way in which they balance reason and emotion. Okay. Gemini is the twins. Okay. And so like I'm on this Facebook group or page or whatever. Sorry, it's my Gemini moon. And so it's just, you know, jokes upon jokes upon jokes about what it's like to be a Gemini moon. And one of the things I think is a pattern is that we can be accused of feeling like no emotions at all. I'm gonna let you know. I think it was in a different group. It was a long time ago. But the first meme that ever like hurt my feelings, the caption was like, said what it is like when a Gemini moon opens up to you emotionally. And the picture was of an opened cardboard box and it was just completely empty. Okay, so all air moons really, and a lot of air signs can be like accused of being incompassionate, of being just being able to like, I don't know the word that I want. That's why I need my kyanite out here. Just disconnected, okay? Like, just kind of cold sometimes. And sometimes we don't even realize we're being like that, okay? We don't even realize that we're being like that. But the truth is, at another time, we can, Gemini moons, or Geminis in general, there can be these other times where it feels like we're experiencing like all of the emotions at once. Right? So my theory is like, there's more than one of us in here. Okay. One of us is capable of feeling all the emotions and the other is capable of feeling them, not any of them right now. Okay. So be very mindful of achieving a balance between those 2 twins. All right. If you're a Gemini, if you're a Libra, you've got your 2 scales. One is reason and one is emotion. Okay. And you're really good at balancing those 2 to be able to act in like a really diplomatic way. Like you're really like good at being kind of like a peacemaker and a mediator between people and finding common ground because you want to be able to, balance logic with how people are going to react to something emotionally. You're really, really good at that. So make sure that you're maintaining that balance. That's how Librans and people who are carrying that Libra energy balance their water and their air. Okay, their emotion and their reason. Aquarius. Y'all are special. And I don't mean that in a mean way at all. Okay, because your sign, like Gemini and Aquarius, in my mind, Libra is like, I see like the female figure of justice whenever I see the scales. So it's technically a non-human sign. It's the only non-human mascot, I guess, in the zodiac. But Gemini and Aquarius, like they're humans. They represent intellect, and that's what sets us apart from the animals, right? But Aquarius is a human being who can take all their feelings and just hold them outside of them. Just they got it in this jug. They got it in this jug. They're just carrying it out here. Okay? And so you got to be very aware of checking in on how your jug is doing, okay? Because your emotions do affect you, Aquarius energies, whether you know it or not, all right? You're really good at unplugging from them, but they can begin, like if that water in that jar begins to turn, begins to sour, like I know it's water and water won't do that, but if there's something polluting that, you got to make sure that you're keeping your water fresh. okay? That's a metaphor for making sure that you do check in with your emotions every now and then. And just don't forget that they're affecting the way that you perceive and interact with the world. Okay, so if you guys are interested in the water bends the light, I just say it and all the other things. Watch like any other intro. They're all a little bit different. Yours has been like really super special different. All right, I'm ready to read now. I hope you're ready to be read. Okay. I'm going to start off with my Geminis. Get my notebook out of here. I got Magical Menagerie on deck for advice position at the very end. So they're all upright, okay? And I have this really, like, I bet you that a humanoid character comes out of it. Yeah, if we stay on this topic of intellect, I wouldn't be surprised to see, because some of the Magical Menagerie, like, creatures are part human, like a mermaid and a centaur and stuff like that, okay? So, thank you. I was kind of feeling the shawl, but I can let it go. Divine spirits of love and light. Thank you for being here today. Thank you guys for being here today. Please come in this space to offer me protection in this endeavor and to help guide me to a clear and accurate message from my Geminis. Sun, moon, and rising. Ancestors, allies, guides, come on in. On the bottom of the deck there, we had Lovers, which is actually your card. Twins, twin flames, soulmates sometimes. Oh. I just don't know. I don't know, like, what more exciting or, like, beneficent omen we could have to this reading than the fact that this homie popped out into my lap. Wish manifestation, okay? You guys, I'm so excited. Seven of Cups was on the bottom of the deck when I picked it up. It was there now. So I feel like you guys are actually, I get that feeling of like when you're just like thinking positively about things and then like positive things happen. That's really cool. Okay. I was going to ask it for 3 cards and then 3 came out. For some reason, when I'm reading with air signs, because for years and years and years and years, I read the card from a more intellectual and less intuitive space. And whenever I'm reading for air signs, that's how I feel like I'm reading again. And it almost makes me want more cards, but I'm practicing on doing less. Okay. So the first card that we got out, we got some exciting stuff. I want to see what's on the bottom. Ooh, King of Swords was talking to me. Okay. King of Swords is somebody who is, typically they're done with their search for truth. They might be deliberating what exactly to do with it, but they're definitely standing in their truth. They know what they know. They just know. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these Ship of Fools cards up while I kind of meditate on what we have here. Okay. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have the Ace of Rods and we have the Hierophant. And I actually am going to go back to Morgan to get 1 or 2 more cards. Because I want to understand. I really want to understand what this Four of Pentacles reverse is. Okay. Ooh, is this a past, present, future? It said yes. Usually when 3 cards pop out, they're a sequence. They come together. They're a message in a bundle. And then, like, I have the cards in front of me, and as I begin to meditate on them, like, without even thinking, like, my hands just kind of move them around, and I just put them in places that make sense intuitively. And so intuitively, like, without even thinking about it, like, I separated these cards to say, this is not one sentence. This is a past, a present, and a future, okay? So there was something in the past It's an opportunity that was not grasped, okay? But I feel like it's more like, thank you. They showed me the Lovers cards, a decision that wasn't made, or maybe it was made based on some sort of, it could have been a misunderstanding, a miscommunication, broken contract. There's so many words coming through right now. Okay, we have to slow it down. Okay, but there was somebody's word, all right? Somebody's word might not have been what you thought it was. Like you trusted somebody, maybe not their reputation. Okay, so either somebody made a promise, there was a pact that was broken, there was communication that was broken, there was a decision that maybe you're not really happy with the way that you made it, okay? And y'all have been in your head about it, okay? Some of you guys have been feeling like really isolated and like overprotective, like really, really guarded. Like, oh, this is painting me a picture, one potential sort of past that you're coming out of, because the Ace of Rods is what's in the present. I don't get past, present, future readings, you guys. Usually that is something that has to sort itself out as we go through the reading, which cards fall. And this is just kind of like, this is old school. We're doing it. Let's do it. This is somebody who's like been so reclusive. They've cut off communication with a lot of people. Okay. There's probably a lot of people who haven't heard from you in a while. But I also feel like it's somebody who's been like really in their head. Just really, really, really in their head. Okay? Because the Hermit and the way that they all meet with one another, that's what I'm getting. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and switch here. No, I want one more. Show me that. You guys, you know how sometimes I told you, you're doing too much. But I'll keep you. Okay, sometimes I pick up the deck to get something and there's already a card flipped halfway through the deck that I didn't was there. Okay. I don't know what you mean, but we'll come back to it. Okay, so I think for a lot of you guys, there's an opportunity that you let go in the past because it just wasn't aligned with your mindset at the time. Okay, but something has changed. You are gonna bother me, aren't you? The Knight of Cups is right. Okay, the Knight of Cups came out, and I don't know what he means, but I just kind of sat him there where I feel like he goes. Okay. I'm getting more information before I ramble on anymore. Let me get more cards from the, from the Ship of Fools Tarot. I'm just laughing at like how urgent this energy is. Like I was saying, Gemini, as a Gemini, sometimes I'm in my like all up in my Gemini moon space. I talk way too much and I talk way too loud and I talk way too fast. And that's what's going on in my ear right now. Okay, no, but he was like this. I flipped him. All right. The Knight of Cups came out again, you guys. He's not going to shut up, okay? The Knight of Cups is, I know what he means, but I don't know why he's there with the Hierophant, okay? I'm going to start showing you these cards, okay? This is potential future energies, all right? Because there's this brand new start. This brand new passion or inspiration or idea, okay? Whatever funk you've been going through in the past, you're shaking it off, Geminis, okay? You're shaking a funk off. And get ready to go into a brand new one as soon as Mercury goes retrograde. But energetically and physically, yeah, you're just kind of checked out. And some of you guys feel like there was this thing that now that you look back, you wish you had grabbed onto it and held onto it, but you didn't. There's something that you let go. or something that just didn't have the stability it needed to survive at the time. Okay? But now something's different. Something is different. And I'm going to get more info on that. Okay? But what that kind of like leads into a potential future energy is some sort of commitment or course of study or contract. Or a convent. All right, because the Hierophant is about spirituality, but I really more so like the collection of knowledge, okay? And also any other tools, I believe, that appear in this lifetime that are from sort of above, if you will, that are meant to help you on your path. And so in that sense, sometimes they can represent soul contracts, okay? I talk a little bit about that in Mercury retrograde video if you guys want to see that, okay? But we've got this Knight of Cups. And he's reversed in both cases, all right? Here's the other cards that came out here. The Hierophant has to do, like I said, with some sort of commitment. Okay, when I record these videos, I'm getting mirrored back because I'm using a selfie cam, okay? And I flip them for you. So sometimes when I hold them up, I think I'm holding them in the same order that I saw them on the table, but I'm getting them way backwards. So, boom. This is how these came out, okay? All right. This is a vision. This is a goal, okay? It's a permanent, it's a legacy. It is something that is really, is not just being built, but it has been built, okay? And it's being preserved and maintained, and it's stability, okay? That's the goal. We're still really vague here. I don't know what this Ace of Rods is. I don't know if this is a love reading, if this is a if it's relationship, family. I don't know if it's about work. I don't know nothing about it. Okay. But you feel like you don't have exactly what it is that you need to move forward. You don't feel like you have like all of your resources. You got the Pentacle for sure. And you got the ability to stop, and you're looking at what you do have and how you acquired it, and really kind of thinking about the best way to know. You're looking backwards, looking at what it is that you've been putting into things, and whether or not that is paying off in alignment with your intentions, okay? So you guys have this sudden inspiration, is this goal to like really do a thing. Not a thing that's going to take a day or a week or a month, okay? But you guys, I think, are really, really, you have an opportunity to really build a thing here, okay? Because y'all just came out of a funk. So I'm going to get more readings. And I'm not going to apologize. I'm not even going to look at the time. I don't care about the time. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Gotta pull out more cards. Okay. There we are. Okay. These ridiculous cards. Okay. I ended up with half the deck popping out. Give me a second. Give me a second. These ridiculous cards. Okay. Show me this Ace of Wands. What the heck is this new thing? What's this new thing? These cards that popped out here are telling me that they're for the past. Like you guys were just really, really stuck. You couldn't really move forward until you faced down some sort of demon. Okay. All right. Because this bondage is really important. Okay. Bondage. In the Six of Staves, you know, this is the guy who either just came back from battle or he's leaving from battle and everybody's like, yay, you're awesome. We really think you're cool. And this lady's like, no, don't go. And this is the thirsty Six of Staves. Okay. She's trying to hold him back. The same way the devil's trying to hold this guy back. Okay. So both of these came out reversed. And so when you were in, even though all these are reversed, all of these past cards, I'm talking about this funk that you were in, okay, it was a gift. It was an opportunity for you to kind of like slay some sort of dragon. All right. You had to slay some sort of dragon. You had to come to a new realization. You had to be able to see things differently. And now you're like excited about this new way that you see things. All right. Yeah, this is the Page of Staves, okay? So it came out in support of the Ace of Rods, okay? So this is this giant kind of like sudden surge of energy, and this is the brand new idea or inspiration. It's small now and it's growing, okay? And he really wanted to come out, okay? I'll let you guys come out. All right. But you're not quite. All right. You're still contemplating what you're going to do. Oh, you guys missed somebody. That's what it's about. It's not a very strong relationship reading, but it could very much be about a relationship. Because we have 3... It's not about the devil. It's not like that, you guys. But we have 3 sixes. And they're all reversed, okay? Because we have the 6 of coins reversed, which came out with the 3 of coins reversed. And whenever we do that, 6s are about exchange. They're about 2 different 3s coming together, okay? So these 3 coins and these 3 coins, all right? And that's a partnership of 2, you know, this is like balance. It's a karmic... it's justice is involved here. It's karmic. It's karmic in some way, but it doesn't have to be love. Okay. But it's about 2 people who, kind of need each other to balance something out. All right. Because the 3 of coins came with it. And that's the one person getting their own shit together so they can balance things out or exchange their things. All right. Whoa, that's kind of cool. All right. Pardon me. So it's kind of this idea of like, before there can be this equal exchange, each person has to get their 3 coins together. Okay. Or at least one of these 2 people has to get their 3 coins together. All right. That means that they got to work on themselves. They got to like literally just kind of pull their shit together, put it together, get in a backpack, do what you got to do. Okay. Because in order to accomplish the thing you want, you have to be able to cooperate with this other person. Okay? But you're thinking about it. You're thinking about the right thing to do. Show me more information on the Hierophant, please. That's too much. Show me more info on the Hierophant. I'm not even mad about pulling more cards because I really want to get to the bottom of this. Putting them down upside down. That's my fault. What are you? Okay. All right. I am letting the cards on the bottom talk to me. Okay. So we did have the Magician up right there. So that potential. This is too much. I'm taking top 3. Again, we got the Hermit reversed again. What I feel this pile is saying, it's the Vagabond, it's the Fool, okay? But it's weird that we have this same image, because I thought of this. I thought of this picture when I was showing you the lady holding back the man on the horse. I thought about the dog holding back the guy on the vagabond. So he's a fool. He's ready to set out on a journey. Okay? But then I also got the Page of Cups reversed and the Hermit reversed, okay? Some of you guys are not listening to your inner self. You're just not. That's what would get you out of the confusion that you feel right now, okay? Because you have this energy, but you don't know what to do with it. You have this inspiration, this idea, but you don't know what direction to take it in. Ah! Page of Coins. Ten of Swords reversed, Knight of Coins reversed, Seven of Cups reversed. You guys need some clarity about why something has not been moving forward. And that would really ease your stress, okay? I just have to draw a line here because I don't know. Just tell me what this reading is about. Just can I get one card that'll tell me anything, Morgan, please? Okay? It might not need to be specified. It might just depend on you, okay? All right, it's in the water realm. It's about a message. It's about a relationship, okay? Some of you guys feel like there is somebody who can bring you some stability and security. But you don't know how to move forward because you're not sure if they're on the same page with you. So you're just spending a lot of time in thought, okay? I still, like, the puzzle I'm trying to unravel is what this Knight of Cups reverse is telling me. Except for he's somebody who's guided on his mission by his intuition. Just like this guy. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. The two cards that were double confirmed here were the Hermit reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. And so what they have in common, even though this is Earth energy, like the Hermit is Virgo. Okay, so he's the analytical. He's holding the light up to the path and he's planning his path. Okay, but it's really important that he takes the time to shine the light to it, and that's literally like a divine, like a spiritual, holy light. Okay, that is his inner self. That's his higher self. So before he can begin his path down the mountain, he has to. And what's this guy doing? This guy is pointing the Fool in the right direction. I haven't really looked that carefully at that card. You too. I haven't looked that carefully at that card. This Hermit is pointing somebody in the right direction. Some of you are afraid to ask advice. You can get advice from a person who's been on this journey before, or you can tune into your spirit guides, okay? Into your spirit and yourself, because that's who's in the Merkaba, whatever you call it. All right. But what these two people have in common is that they are on a journey. And when I say these two people, I mean the Hermit and the Knight of Cups. They are on a journey and they are guided by their intuition. Okay. And so this is what this entire thing has been trying to get me to say to you guys, is that you're on a journey and you're not listening to your intuition right now. And that's why you're not manifesting the things that you want to happen in your life. Okay? You have this new energy, this new spark, and you can do so many things with it. But before you act, you just got to listen to your intuition. There are a lot of reversed cards here. And I feel like because there's so many sixes, I feel like there's this thing involves another person that you're not even in communication with right now. So you can't really have any idea of knowing what page that they're on. But I do feel like the other person is required in order to balance things out. I'm trying to pull from Magical Menagerie right now. It's an otter, so it's not, it wasn't humanoid. Okay, I predicted humanoid, and it's not humanoid. Let's scratch my back. All right. Dang. Okay, so otter is ruled by all four elements, but its air is actually the last one. So water, fire, earth, air. And this is saying to me that these are the order in which you're prioritizing things right now. You don't realize that your emotions and your energy level and your physical health is influencing your mind. So your mind, why it should be your strongest of like your 4 parts of you, is actually kind of the weakest right now. So work on your mind. You can do some meditation. I even feel like that's weird. All right. If you like word games, and I do, or puzzles, I'm just hearing puzzles and games and stuff like that. Things of strategy. Okay. Like if there's a weightlifting for nerds that happens in here in your brain, do that. And I talk about nerds like I don't like them, but I am the queen of them all. Okay. Oh, you got me fucked up. This got me fucked up. Did I just tell you to play games? Otter is renowned for being playful. Associated with female energy, she is a delight to watch. She is graceful and acrobatic. She's friendly, curious, and sociable. Friendly, curious, and sociable. This is how you approach any other person that you need to bring aboard. Because this balance is required. Okay. She's graceful and acrobatic. I already said that. She gives an air of easygoing, relaxed ease of movement. She seems to have mastered the art of self-care and found the key to happiness. She has retained the natural way of going with the flow and enjoying the moment as children do. And here's the thing, because children have not yet been programmed to live way up here in their brain. Okay. I was in grad school years ago. I was in a PhD program in history. And I went through my Saturn return and realized that was not the life that I wanted to live. And I'm very grateful for that now. But, I mean, like, I had a real serious, like, this tower moment. Okay. Tower year. And when I was coming out of that, one of the things that I realized that was not really healthy for me, being in that academic environment, in that rational environment, I made this joke. This like, you sit around talking with your friends, you can't say, I like Frosted Flakes better than, you know, shredded wheat without having like a well-formed argument and some sort of rational, every conversation that I had was over, it was just all taking place from here and not here, not my third eye, you know what I mean? So if you spend too much time in your intellect, you actually lose your sense of playfulness, okay? So if you're overthinking things, you're just kind of taking the fun out of it. And I didn't get that message before now. The Hermit reverse might be that some of you guys are overthinking it and you're not just listening to your heart. So go back, shit. Pardon my language, you guys. But remember I told you, Geminis, we have one twin that feels all the emotion and one twin that feels none of it. You got to check in with that twin that's over there, like full of all the emotions, okay? Geminis, I love you, okay? Hit me up and I'll give you the rest of whatever it is in your life if you need to know. You know I'll help you out, okay? Putting the otter back in. I gotta pick these all up. I'm actually probably gonna pause. I'm gonna get these up real quick. Sorry guys, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna run to the little ladies around. You probably couldn't hear me. I just said I have to run to the ladies' room, so. I'm gonna clear my decks before I do. And then I'm gonna get back and read for my Libras. Oh, hi Libras. How are you? It's Molly. I'm back. Okay, I had to take a little break there. I'm just going to go ahead and get into your reading. Okay. I'll say a few things. I'm still having Gemini thoughts, okay? So if you have any Gemini and you like, that was a reading. That was a reading. But it was really good because it was a really good lesson to myself as a Gemini moon that sometimes if we get over, like we're doing too much in our rational space, we can lose our sense of playfulness. And I feel like Libras want to hear that right now too. Okay? So, be playful with your rational mind by doing puzzles and games and things like that. Okay? Yeah. Give me a second. I'm not going to pause it again, but I'm just going to go do some Palo Santo. We're going to cleanse the space. I'm going to call in some divine spirits of love and light. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for the protection that you offer me in my endeavor. And thank you for being willing to present a message to our lovely Libras. Sun, Moon, Rising sign. Probably Venus, because y'all like to check in with your love. Okay? Libra is for lovers. Libra's all about beauty, okay? And actually, my next door neighbor is a Libra, and also a performer, okay? And so her wonderful closet full of beautiful Libra things is literally like on the other side of that wall, okay? And the other day she was like, "Were you talking to yourself? Are you talking to yourself in there?" Because I'm right on the other side of their bedroom wall as I make these videos. She's like, "Are you talking to yourself in there, or are you making a video?" And I love how she was perfectly prepared to accept either one of those two things. Because I live alone. I talk to my cat. I talk to Fred a lot. Libras, what's a message for you guys? What do we want to talk about today, deck? I'm going to get a good shuffle. You ready? He was reversed. We got a reversed Emperor. And your sense of justice is triggered by him. It might even be something within you. Somebody's not following the rules. Your rules, maybe. Or maybe you're not doing a very good job of enforcing your own rules, because I'm really getting a strong sense of boundaries here. Okay. Let me shuffle. Okay. I can get a couple more cards to help support me with the Emperor reverse, please. Thank you so much, divine spirits of love and light, ancestors, allies, and guides of this message today. Thank you for the privilege. Doing it? Yeah. Okay. Something's not manifesting the way you want it to right now, and you're feeling very weak. We have the 4. Okay. So we have the Emperor reversed, and then we had these two guys come up reversed. And then on the bottom of the deck, because I like to peek there, it's centered around either a partnership or the home, or just there's some sort of balance, okay? There's some sort of, it is about balance. That is lacking right now. And a big part of it, all of this yellow, is your solar plexus, okay? Understand what your solar plexus chakra is and do some work on it. If you don't know, figure out, okay? You can do your own research, okay, and find your own things. But in general, this is the chakra. It's associated with the color yellow, and it's all about the way in which you are asserting yourself in the world, like your sense of power and your sense of control over your own situation, because that's the only situation you can control, okay? Some of you guys are really trying to control something that is outside of you. And it's actually, what's happening is you're neglecting your ability to run your own empire in here. Okay? Because your empire has laws. You got to collect taxes. You got to enforce borders. You have to do the census, right? You have to take care of what's going on, of the empire inside. And I feel like you're trying to go out and conquer things that are not meant for you. You're trying to control things that it's somebody else's territory. And you're feeling frustrated because your efforts are not paying off. And you're feeling reactive, you're feeling weak. You're just not feeling powerful because you're putting this effort into something that's not for you. Okay. They sit like that. Okay. I'm going to go to my other deck because I have a feeling, I have a very, very, very strong feeling I'm going to come back to Morgan, okay? That was a very, very clear message that came through with us. I'm grateful for that. Thank you. See, Gemini talk too much. Ugh. Gemini talk too much. There's like 84 cards on, I don't know. There's so many cards on the table in that reading. And I really do not mind at all when the card, like when I get just fewer cards and more messages. Like that for me is my jam. Devil keeps showing up. Just at the bottom of the deck. The devil keeps showing up at the bottom of the deck. Let's see how he comes out, if he does, okay? Devil can also have to do with ego, and so can the lion, a sense of pride, a sense of hurt pride, okay? I feel like a sense of hurt pride is almost what's driving you wanting to control this thing. But what you're trying to do is, I feel like you're trying to shape things that are outside of your control. And usually that refers to somebody else, what somebody else is trying to do. Okay. You cannot control other people. You can only control yourself. And the Two of Swords was on the bottom. He ended up coming out. Ooh, eek. Ouch. The Three of Swords. And then the Three of Cups reversed, okay? So this is definitely the Three of Cups reversed and the Three of Swords. It's a lack of harmony and it's some heartache, okay? Ooh. They're calling me, okay. You know that there's a better approach to this, but you're torn. You're torn. You're holding on to two different truths that you don't really, that are in conflict with one another. God, these pictures are talking so much. These two kids, they've got knives, and the knives are the swords. They're the thoughts, okay? So these are the two halves of like different parts of your brain, and they're fighting with each other. And meanwhile, you're just kind of like, dude, I don't know. What's going on? I'm sure the kids are fine, right? But no, like you are internally struggling with something, okay? Because something has to give. You have to, this is not heartache after all. This is cutting something out. And the reason why is because it called my attention to what's going on in this card. She's cutting his hair. And see, there's also limbs that have been cut off of the tree. So in this situation, sometimes the Three of Swords is like, oh, I've been cut. And sometimes the Three of Swords is something's got to go. It's a nipping it in the bud, okay? Because there's an unhappiness at the root of this, okay? You're just really unhappy. It might be in a partnership or a group, okay? It might be due to a lack of a partnership or friendship. You might be feeling lonely right now. Something's got to give. You got to get rid of, you know that, like this blindfold guy who's watching the kids, you secretly know that this is happening, but you don't know what to do about it. So you're not really acting right now. But you know that something has to give, okay? I'd say the first thing you got to do is get your solar plexus back, okay? I'm going to post a thing. It's like what is it called? Solfeggio or something. And, I learned about it from one of my favorite readers in the world. And it's just this scale of different vibrations, and some of them like align with different chakras, okay? And so if you need to have like a starting point for that, do some rest, do some meditation, and like find a link. I'll send a link to a solar plexus aligned like vibration that you can listen to or just even have in the background. Sorry guys, I ran out of allergy meds today. Whenever I'm channeling, like it all just manifests with snot. I'm sorry. So whatever you do, because you're right, something does have to give, but whatever you do, I think first you need to begin to get your power back, okay? So look for that link. Solar plexus stuff. Wow. There's a lot of swords. Still lots going on in your mind. And I want to pull from Morgan before I interpret these two cards. We got the Nine of Cups under there, okay? So I think a truth is coming, okay? Some sort of new idea or realization, and I feel like it's going to be a discovery of something that was hidden from you before, perhaps intentionally. Perhaps unintentionally. Okay? This is you. This is Libra. This is that balance. Things are coming into balance. Justice will be served. Okay? I feel like all of this energy that you're exerting is because, like I said, somebody is not following the rules. I said that. Y'all remember? Somebody is not following the rules. It's unfair. It's unfair. It's unfair is the first thing that I heard when I saw him. Somebody is not playing by the rules. And you're not, it's not like clear enough. I saw him there. Okay, you guys. They're just a deception that you're unaware of. Okay? This is, go back to, who is it yesterday? Capricorns? Capricorns have a deceiver. And I feel like in the Mercury retrograde videos, watch those and see if any of them resonate. Okay? Because now the cards are talking. Okay? Somebody is being deceptive with you. Somebody is not being upfront. Okay? But there's just something that's really unclear to you. You might be robbing something from yourself. Okay? Because that's what the Seven of Swords can mean. Okay, and he came out on the base of the deck, and on the other, like, you know, you take the deck and you pull it into two piles, and so there's two bottoms. There's two bottoms of the deck right now. This person is there's just something toxic that is existing here. But justice is coming. Justice, that Seven of Swords is going to be inverted, which means the deception is going to come to light. That truth is coming out. Look how straight that sword is standing up. That truth is coming out. And I feel like an unlikely person is going to bring it to you. Like, I feel like it's not just like you see something on Facebook, but like somebody is going to maybe like, somebody's going to help you erect the truth. Because it's these two people came together to hold that sword up. So I'm going to tell you something you need to know, Libras, okay? So stop exerting all of your energy towards this and rest up, because when that comes to you, you want to be able to respond to it in your graceful Libra way. These two popped out. These two popped out. They just fell off of the top of the deck. This is you. This is the place where you want to act from. You want to be the kind of person that, like, somebody comes and drops a truth bomb on you and you're just like, okay, good to know. That's this bish. That's who you're trying to be. You got to rest up. You got to protect your solar plexus, okay? Because otherwise, when this information comes at you, it's going to make you feel weak and reactive. And you want to be more graceful than that. This is the person bringing you the message as well. And you deliberating, you knowing what to do with that information. Okay? It might be somebody that likes you. It's going to be like, oh, you didn't know that about this person? Yeah, you didn't know that about this person. Okay? And it might just be somebody who is trying to offer you friendship, but there's definitely somebody coming at you who wants to help you know the truth about this situation. Libras. $11 cards, 12, 13, okay? We didn't need to do all that. We did with Gemini, okay? Thank you, Libra energy, for bringing me just like a really concise message without 800 cards, okay? I'm going to go ahead and go to, because you know all you need to know right now. That truth's coming. Justice will be served. You the bear. You got to protect yourself. Protect your energy right now. Bear is also like a very mama bear energy. So protecting those around you. Some of you might be mothers. And you want to defend, yeah, you want to defend your home right now. You want to defend all that is yours. Bear. Protection, strength, and introspection. Strength comes from your solar plexus. Okay. A lot of people think that this is the Empress that's taming the lion, and it's not. This is reason and intellect personified. Okay? It's not an angel, like angel appears in Temperance, angel appears in the Lover's card, angels appear in the tarot. And a lot of people call this lady the Empress, but she's not. The Empress is a whole different energy. This is intellect. This is, like I said at the beginning, intellect is what sets us apart from the animals. So this is the human in us being able to control the animal in us, because the animal in you is mad. Somebody is not playing by the rules, and you want to roar, but none of your efforts, nothing that you try is working to bring justice to the situation. And here is the same talk I was trying to have with a friend, not, I think last night, the night before. Okay. If you have faith in the universe, and you have faith, you really know that someone has done you wrong or somebody is doing wrong, take it to the universe, take it to spirit, take it to the higher power, and speak your case. Say, bring justice to this situation, and justice will come. Okay? The universe is full of forces that want to create balance. And you have the power to appeal to them. Okay? Bear is strength and courage in the face of threat, which you're under. You don't know. You're like, nah, you're frozen right now. Come on, cards. You're frozen in this Two of Swords. You're blindfolded to this threat. I mean, when those kids get ready to stab you, you don't even know it. They're about to stab each other. And it's just crazy. Can't have kids with knives. Take those knives away. Sorry, you guys. You know I'll work at a school. Okay. All right. Bear commands respect for this. Okay. Strength and courage in the face of threat and the sure sense of prevailing against the odds. Bear is patient, alert, took his blindfold off, and watchful. He's going to watch this situation, because honestly, if this guy took his blindfold off, what's he going to do? Go in there and try to disarm two angry knife-bearing kids? He's going to have to watch the situation first to understand how to disarm it. Be watchful, because that information is coming to you. Bear also refers to, I'm going to show it to you again, self-analysis and inner awareness, to connection with the self. In this sense, Bear can refer to self-discovery through introspection, dreams, and sensitive use of intuition. Okay? Libra, justice is coming. Okay? All right? Meditate on it, but definitely call back your power. Call back your power, because you have put it into things that are not yours. I remember some time ago, there was a message that I had to deliver. Maybe it was to Sagittarius. Sorry, my pillar candle actually met. It's outside, and it started to like leak out everywhere. Okay. Which is fine, except I have crystals at the base of this candle, and so I gotta go pick them out of wax now. Anyways. Making weird noises, because that's how I deal with stress. That's my Gemini moon. All right. Libra, Libra, Libra. The truth is coming. Okay? The truth is coming. And everything's going to be all right. Okay? All right? I gotta shuffle these. for my Aquarians, please? Call back all your power, okay? Do a meditation. If you do intention, set that intention. I call back all my power, y'all. Not that long ago I did that, and it felt good. It feels good. It feels good, okay? Sometimes we do that. We put our energy into things that are not for us. And then pretty soon, and Libra can do that because Libras want to be very compromising. They want to be able to, you know, come up with solutions that will make people happy. That'll make people not mad at them. Okay? But sometimes you're putting a lot of energy into something, and you deserve to have that power for yourself. So when that truth comes out, you can act from a place of power. All right? I love you, Libras. Mwah. You are so lovely. Okay. Aquarius begins now. That's too many. 3. I wasn't even trying to take from you. We'll start anyways. Okay. I just, like, seriously wasn't even trying to pull for you guys. I didn't do my incantation. It's not even the deck I wanted to start with. But it started. It started. We got the King of Swords. This is a different King of Swords than has popped up in the past. We had this King of Swords come up earlier. This King of Swords have been coming up in like a lot of our readings this month, this new moon. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I got like a boo-boo on my elbow. But we have 3 male figures here, and that's interesting to me. The King of Swords, the Pope, who's also the Hierophant, and the Emperor. I cannot wait to hear what story they have to tell us. Something that's happening in all of these situations is somebody approaching this man in power. So this fool is coming up to the King of Swords, and he's like whispering in his ear, right? And the thing is, if you're in power, you got all sorts of people whispering in your ear, trying to influence your ideas, trying to maybe like get some favor from you. And the king has to be discriminating, okay? The emperor as well. He's just standing his ground. He's on a little rock, so he's definitely higher up than this fool that's coming along. But this fool comes along, and he's just like, hey man, what's up? So he's definitely willing to receive a visitor, but like at more of a distance, okay? He's standing more in his power. And I feel like this is a progression. Through whatever we learn from the Pope card here, you go from being, because listen, queens are like bosses of their feminine energy, but the goddess is the empress, okay? All right? There's kings, and then there's emperors, okay? And something that I've actually seen in several of our other readings were this idea that, which one was that? It was another earth sign reading. The idea that like our kings, there's a lot of masculine energies or people who are carrying this masculine energy, and they're just on the verge of becoming emperors and like really being able to make the laws of the reality in which they live, okay? I mean, that would essentially, the reality, being able to alter the reality that you live in is magician territory. But being able to set the rules that other people have to abide by, that's emperor territory. Okay? Now, he represents a collection of knowledge. And, okay, A sense of what is right and wrong is what they want to call my attention to. And here's the story that this card is telling me right now. Because I said in each of these things, you've got somebody coming to the person, this man in power, okay? And this guy is coming to this Hierophant. He's coming to the church and he's like, oh my gosh. Oh man, can I get some help? And the thing is, he doesn't seem like a beggar, like a regular beggar to me. For some reason, I feel like he's drunk. And the Hierophant knows that, but he's going to help. Because he knows it's the right thing to do. Even though these people appear like, oh my God, you guys, look at that drunk. Always going to the church to get things, and the church is always just giving it to him. Oh my God. So regardless of what people are saying, when an opportunity comes to you to do the right thing, you do the right thing. And that's how the king becomes the emperor. Every reading, I just do it for your cards. Thank you. All right. Gemini was vomiting all over the place. That's what Geminis do verbally. But cards are words, you know, cards are messages, and they were all over the place. Libra scaled it back a little bit, but y'all are getting concise. I have to say my incantation. Divine Spirit's a little bit. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for protection. Thank you for this message. Tell me more about the Pope. Okay, what situation is going to present itself to you? Okay, and he was trying to pop up before. The Strength card. So again, this opportunity, okay, because here's the thing, like, you can work really hard and you can do all the right things here, like an earthly plane, to become a king. All right. But I truly believe that you have to be able to walk right with yourself and with your higher truth in order to become that emperor. And I feel like for some of y'all, the universe is coming along saying, knock, knock, knock. We'd like, hello, you've been nominated for emperor conversion therapy. But you got to pass a test. And it's a test that's going to require some strength. And if you make the right choice, because Lovers is a choice. If you make the right choice, you get to ascend. From being a plain old King of Swords to being an emperor. Right now, some of you guys are being asked to just focus on things that you can leave behind because you've been working towards them and they're not bringing you what you want. Okay? Remember I said that the Emperor has to be in alignment with his higher self? Ooh. He has to know his own truth. Okay? This shows a picture of somebody who's not standing in their own truth because they're putting effort into something that used to serve them but doesn't anymore. And that's become a bumpy situation. It's not comfortable anymore. So you guys are beginning to move away from things that are no longer serving you. That's a requirement for ascension as well. I feel like that's even past. Some of you guys did that past, and you went from being the king reversed to the king upright. And now the universe is like, hey, you want to be an emperor? But you have to be able to walk in your truth. You have to be able to stand in your truth and do what you feel and believe is right based on your beliefs, no matter what the other people are saying. Was it Virgos yesterday? That have a tremendous, like, divine intervention level thing about to happen. And they're going to have to make a decision. And the exact same advice came out then. You got to be careful who's in your ear. You got to be careful. Don't listen to other people's truth. Listen to your truth. And that is how you can move forward victoriously. In fact, standing in your own truth right now, if there's any blockages, oh yes, you're just gonna you know what, I don't care. I'm moving ahead. I'm moving ahead. I'm going to be victorious. I am on the way from kingdom to Emperorville. Okay? All of your blockages they're going to fall away. Okay? You're tired of putting your energy into these things that don't serve you anymore because you know that you have a greater destiny than that. I wasn't going to say it. Okay? It's just like, when I said greater destiny, they came out. The Two of Cups, okay? This is it's on the table as in the same column as the Hierophant and the Lovers. This is a soulmate opportunity. It could very well be a soulmate opportunity. It could just be a regular ass love opportunity. But I really feel like there is a divine, this might be for a masculine. Like I might be reading, like you might be somebody who is masculine, okay? Because we have the King and the Emperor. And that's not just necessarily the state you're in right now, but it might just be who you are, kind of as, you know, who you carry yourself as, all right? He has an Empress out there. But this is a realness. If she is an Empress and not just a Queen, you gotta be Emperor to step up to that. And the universe, shit. Yes. The universe, yes, wants you to stand in your own truth. You know all of this. You know all of this. Yeah, you know all of this. Okay, so an opportunity is going to come along where you got to depend on your own truth and not anybody else's, okay? Yeah. You're nervous about moving forward because you're not really sure it's for you, but you know what? The world is there now. And the world is like literally... I don't know how to say this, but sometimes the world pops up to me in a way in which I feel like the angels and the spirit and all that is divine is saying, you're one of us. You are one of us, of the ether. You are special. You're special. You're being called to a higher destiny. Okay? And there's going to be love. I think a lot of love, but it requires that you stand in your truth. Quit listening. Those other people, excuse me, did they just get an acceptance letter to Emperor University? No, you did. Don't listen to what they say. They're going to like, you know, Divine County Community College. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I'm just cracking myself up. Okay. The Otter is the same card that came out for Gemini. Okay. This is in response to your nervousness about starting this new journey, about answering this call, because you're like, I think I can do the thing where I have to choose between right and wrong. But the thing that comes after that, eek, I don't know what that is. You know what? It's fun. I want to let you know it's fun. Be playful with it, okay? Adopt a playful attitude. And have fun with it. Have fun with your ascension. I did. I'm having a blast with it, okay? I'm having a blast with it. The book. I'm just going to check in on the Otter and see what he says. I'm almost sad that this is my last new moon reading. I've done one every afternoon or evening for the past couple of days. And it's just kind of like put me in this good mood. My Sunday reading, my Mercury retro, y'all, I was so tired. I almost want to pull it down, but people already watched it and liked it and stuff. And I guess it helped. Otter is renowned for being playful. Associated with female energy, she is a delight to watch. She is graceful and acrobatic. Some of you guys have to balance out the male and female within you to know your truth. She's friendly, curious, sociable. She gives an air of easygoing, relaxed ease of movement. I believe that. I believe that. She seems to have mastered the art of self-care and found the key to happiness. When I say I believe that, the message that I get is that once you've made this transition from king into emperor, everything just is easier. Everything's just easier. Because you have your power. You're in your power. Okay? This is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So the otter has retained the natural way of going with the flow and enjoying the moment as children do. At the same time, she's protective, nurturing, and loves to share her pleasure. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. That's not very good bounce, chicka, bounce, bounce music, but I'm trying to do my best. Okay. She has a flexible nature, is receptive to new ideas, and has a wealth of talents at her disposal. Sounds like you, Aquarius. She is never happier than when playing with others and enjoying life. Okay? You got here for a reason. Okay? Because you're special. You're great. You're special. Okay? Be true to yourself. Okay, and you just keep being true to yourself, and the universe comes along with something great. Keep on being true to yourself. Be good to you, and the universe can be good back. Okay, good luck, you guys. I'm really excited for you. Have a wonderful new moon.